You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
So Bears fans, you're telling me that there's actually a chance? After starting the season off 0-4 and everyone was basically giving up on the season and looking ahead at the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears have gone 5-4 in the last 9 games and have won 3 out of their last 4 to officially be a part of the playoff hunt. And Bears fans, I know it sounds crazy, the Chicago Bears actually making the playoffs, and I understand it's a long shot, but this Bears team is actually heating up at the end of the season. And honestly, Bears fans, when I look at this football team, they remind me of what the Detroit Lions did last year. They started off the season at what, like 1-6, and then it got really hot to end the year. And obviously that momentum carried over for the Lions into the next season as they are now leading the NFC North and the number 3 seed in the NFC. To me personally, Bears fans, this is so crazy to actually talk about the Chicago Bears being in the NFL playoffs. Obviously, like I just mentioned earlier in this episode of Keek on the Mic, they started off the season 0-4, and everyone in the National Football League, including a lot of Bears fans, gave up on the season. But that didn't stop Matt Eberflus or the players within this locker room to continue to believe in themselves and to continue to work hard and to continue to try to grind out the season. And as of late, the Chicago Bears are playing really good football, and people around the NFL are starting to take notice. So Bears fans, I just wanted to come on here really quick and just explain what it would actually take for the Chicago Bears to make the playoffs as soon as this season. And let me be honest with you guys, it's not going to be easy whatsoever. A path to the playoffs looks exactly like this. Of course, the Bears have to win out. Their remaining games are at Cleveland versus the Arizona Cardinals versus the Atlanta Falcons and at the Green Bay Packers. We need the Minnesota Vikings to lose 3 out of their last 4. They play at Cincinnati. They play twice against the Detroit Lions. They also take on the Green Bay Packers. So that's a little bit of a possibility. We also need the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams to lose 2 or more games. And we also need 2 of these teams that include the Falcons, Bucks, and Saints to lose 2 games as well. And like I just mentioned, this is not going to be easy, but the Chicago Bears actually have a fair shot of making the playoffs this year. And I know it's crazy because we put ourselves in an early hole. And, you know, it's kind of interesting for me when I look at things. It's exciting that the Bears are actually in the hunt because the Bears are actually going to be playing meaningful football in December, which is going to be really good experience for this young football team that is still learning how to win. But at the same token, it's also actually pretty frustrating because when you look at games against the Denver Broncos, when you look at that first matchup against the Detroit Lions, if we didn't blow those 2 games, the Chicago Bears would be sitting at 7-6 and they would actually be in the playoffs at the moment. But all in all, Bears fans, we can't look in the past anymore. We have to keep looking forward. And like I mentioned earlier in this episode of Keek on the Mic, the Chicago Bears are playing really good football. They are coming off back-to-back wins against division opponents. And when you look at the remaining schedule for the Chicago Bears, I think they can beat the Cleveland Browns. I think they can beat the Cardinals and the Falcons. And I think we can go into Lambeau Field and also beat the Green Bay Packers. So if the Chicago Bears can win out and go 9-8 and actually get some help from the Vikings, actually get some losses from the Seahawks and the Rams, and actually get some losses from the Falcons, Bucks, and Saints, and we actually play the Falcons later on in the season, so we can help with that, the Chicago Bears would possibly be a pretty scary team to face in the playoffs. You never want to face those teams that heat up at the end of the year. And I'm not sitting here saying that's a guarantee that the Bears make the playoffs. I'm not even sitting here saying that it's a guarantee that the Bears will make a run in the playoffs. All I'm saying is that if the Bears find a way to get in and they're on a winning streak and they're playing really good football going into the NFL playoffs, no one's going to really want to face the Bears in round 1 of the NFL playoffs. And once again, Bears fans, I understand this is a major long shot, but I just wanted to come on here really quick and put a smile on your face because it feels good that the Chicago Bears are actually going to be playing for something. And all in all, it's not all about making the playoffs this year. We understood that we are probably another year out from actually being a true playoff contender, but it's really nice for this young football team that is learning how to win football games are actually going to be playing meaningful football in the month of December. So if Justin Fields, Matt Eberflus, and the rest of the Chicago Bears roster can maybe find a way to win out and go 9-8, whether they make the playoffs or not, that's going to be really good momentum for this young football team going into next season. So Bears fans, like I always like to say, anything is possible in the National Football League. Let's see what happens, and let's see if things play themselves out. And let's see if the Chicago Bears can actually make the playoffs as soon as this season. Before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. Do you think the Chicago Bears will actually find a way to make the playoffs this season? Let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. Better than that, be back for our all-new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Keek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.